Hi, I'm Andrew Perry, and today we're going to talk about opposition to a measure that's going to be on the November ballot regarding expanded gaming. So today we have Shavon, who is the management union spokesperson for politics for Local 36, which is Hawaiian Gardens Managers Union, and we also have Ramie Torres, who is the vice president of Local 3624. Can you tell us about the expanded gaming measure and what does it do?
So I'll take that one. So the expanded gaming measure, it's called the Tribal Sports Wagering Act, and what it does is, I mean, to use the term lightly, it exploits PAGA, which is the Private Attorneys General Act, and so it will enable like meritless litigation against local cardroom casinos. The PAGA Act was put in place to protect us, to protect local card rooms, but they're expanding it, so that means they can use their own attorneys to just swarm our local card rooms with meritless lawsuits.
Okay. Why is there opposition to it?
The opposition for the Tribal Sports Wagering Act is mainly because you create jobs when you do a new act, do some type of initiative. You don't destroy jobs. So the proponents are stating that it's going to create jobs, that it's going to bring monies to tribes. However, there already is tribal gaming. It doesn't state how it will take away funding from the various localities. So yes, it'll provide tax revenue for the state. It can provide different funding for the state. However, that should not be at the cost of local municipalities. What it will do is cut into tax revenues by the different lawsuits that can be brought forth. It's all in the fine print of the initiative of the act. And that can affect public safety, that can affect senior programs, that can affect youth programs, youth sports. All those things can be cut if the revenues are cut by locals who have card rooms.
Yeah.
So you don't want to improve one community and destroy another. And that's what, if you vote yes for this, it will do. So we definitely oppose that.
So, how will it impact the community of Hawaiian Gardens specifically? I know you kind of touched on it a little bit.
Well, Hawaiian Gardens is like many of the communities with card rooms. However, this community, 70%, approximately 70% of the tax revenue is from the card room. So if you just put that number into anyone's budget, 70%. Now, it wouldn't take away the full 70%, but we're talking 30-40%, if not more. That does pay for public safety. That does pay for senior programs. So when that gets cut, it not only will affect jobs, it won't only affect the health of the community, the safety of the community, it will affect the surrounding communities. When we already have a homeless crisis, when there's already so much going on when it comes to crimes, why would we take away more from communities like Hawaiian Gardens?
How will it impact the employees of Hawaiian Gardens?
So we are union employees for the city of Hawaiian Gardens, and if this, the Tribal Sports Wagering Act, if it passes, 32,000 jobs, 32,000 good union jobs will be lost, and those 32,000 jobs total $1.6 billion in earned income.
This is across the state, right?
This is across the state, and we're just, Hawaiian Gardens, we're just a small portion of that. But if you take into account, let's say Hawaiian Gardens, Inglewood, Compton, Gardena, just those 4 cities alone, that's $29 million loss in local tax revenue. That's huge. That's huge. We're talking quality of life, because it's not just those communities, like Ramie said, it's neighboring communities, the communities around. That's devastating.
What groups oppose the measure?
Minority communities, communities that are adjacent to minority communities. Unions oppose it.
District Council 36 voted to oppose as well.
Oh yeah, we have a long list.
Where can people go to learn more information about this opposition to this measure?
One place they can go is the Taxpayers Against Special Interest Monopolies. It's called TASM, and they can go to that website. You know, you can see the website address. They can go there, and it will show them press release. It will show them who's opposing this measure. It'll give them, you know, some historical facts. We know that historically, the tribal casinos have always challenged the legality of our local card rooms, and they've done it to no avail. They failed to do that, and so by exploiting PAGA, now, you know, this is, so when you look at this measure and you read it, it's not the top, it's not the bottom, it's the divisive, you know, that poison pill that they've put in the center that will, you know, destroy all of these jobs and have our local card rooms caught up in all these meritless lawsuits.
So it almost sounds like they're kind of stacked, like, so the tribal casinos are trying to stack things in their favor, and then put other casinos out of the competition, I guess, with what they're trying to do. So that's basically it.
Greed at its finest.
How can people help? Is there volunteers, or are you guys taking volunteers, or like, are you
There is a
taking
website
donations?
to sign up. The initiative, there is one. We can give that to you, add to the screen.
Okay.
Sign up to oppose, spread the word. Neighbors, family members, whoever it can be, especially as it comes closer. Encourage people to read the full initiative and look, find the fine print in there to confirm for themselves also. There's so much ads, there's so much money being thrown into this, especially from the yes vote, from that side of this initiative and this act, that people can obviously get misled. And so just reading into it for themselves and confirming what is being said is true.
Yeah, there's a lot of fluff. Like I said, there's a lot of fluff at the top. There's a lot of fluff at the bottom. It's that hidden divisive thing that expands the tribal gaming measure. It's detrimental for minority communities and minority communities adjacent.
Is there anything else that you would like to add?
I just, you know, one thing that I want to add is, you know, this is not only tribal casinos against local card rooms. Even within the tribal community, only 25% of tribes are on board with this measure. 75% are opposing it. So there is a completely total other group, it's called the San Manuel Band of Indians, and they are right now collecting signatures, and they are creating their own measure because they don't agree that this measure helps, you know, secure their sovereignty. So they're not even in agreement with it. So this is even divisive within the tribal communities. And so that measure will be put on the ballot in 2024 if successful. So it's bad. It is just not good. It's not good within the tribes, and it's not good for our local card rooms. So I urge you, I implore you to vote no on the Tribal Sports Wagering Act.
So thank you very much, Shavon and Ramie. I'm Andrew Perry, and this is the Ion Pioneer.